Welcome back to the Morgan Streetman Show. Morgan talking off air, trying to get a handle on some of the factors that affect the coronavirus, wondering even if weather might come into play. China is on the same they have the same sort of weather patterns that we do. In other words, their winter is the same time as ours.
Right. They're northern hemisphere.
Yes. So would we see the virus possibly lose strength as the weather gets warmer, or is it not really affected by those things?
We don't have any reason to believe that we would see that right now. Now, I think one of the things that can happen in the colder weather is people's immune systems can be slightly depressed by the colder weather. And that's why we see the flu season many times in the colder months. But there's no reason right now, given what we know so far, to believe that there's any seasonality to this coronavirus. So what we could see is just an increasing number of cases from here on out throughout the year. And this is something I think, if you look at what the experts have said, this is something that's going to be with us for a long time. I mean, we may not ever get rid of this. And this is something that didn't exist on our planet that we knew of, okay? And it wasn't in some obscure bat that somebody ate in some soup. We now know that was a lie. This didn't exist before the end of the year last year. That's the first time we've ever heard of this, which that makes it even more likely that it was potentially created inside of some kind of a bioweapons lab. Now, if this is something that you can catch after you've already been infected with it, I mean, that even more makes it sound like a very useful bioweapon, something that you can never get rid of. So I wanted to share one other fact with you. There was a Hunan doctor, not Huanan, but a Hunan doctor in China who said that he treated 50 new cases, it's just one doctor, on the same day that the Chinese numbers reported one new case. And this was, I think, last week. But the point is, you know, China wants you to believe that this rate of infection, that this epidemic is now slowing down, that the measures that they've taken have gotten on top of it, and things are getting better. And you know what? It's getting to be over with. It's time for everybody to come back to work, etc. That's what they want you to believe. But that doesn't seem to be true. So we're going to have to wait and see what all comes of this. Just like many things that we're dealing with right now, we're going to have to wait and see until we get some more information.
Found a little tidbit. The hope is that it slows down into the spring and summer because, again, as you alluded to, people's immune system's down, but also you have less people congregating indoors where it's easily spread from person to person.
Well, and we wait to see how long, as you pointed out during the break, how long does this last on, surfaces? I mean, how long does it last on? What happens if you get some product shipped from China and somebody in the factory was sick? Are there little virus particles stuck to the side of the product and you go open up your product and now you've got the virus? We're going to have to wait and see. We don't know the answer to those questions. This hasn't been studied long enough and in great enough detail because this never existed before. We never had this before. So this has just come out. And we're totally beholden to the Chinese media. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.